Well, what do you make of this Kawhi now likes Canada thing?
Well, hopefully Kawhi is looking at this thing the right way. And he is excited as he's ever been to play this season.
Why?
Kawhi Leonard, he should be hyped. I know he doesn't want to be in Toronto. We know he wants to go to L.A. But first of all, you didn't play all of last year except 9 games. So you got to be excited to get on the court. Then you say, I'm going to the East. And I'm going to a 59-win team. And I'm better than the guy I'm replacing. And I'm bringing Danny Green with me. We can win the East. And this is all about Kawhi. Greg Popovich isn't going to be the star. Tim Duncan and Manu and Tony Parker won't be the stars. If you go to L.A. and play with the Lakers next year, LeBron is going to be the main guy. This is Kawhi. This is his chance to prove that he is the best player in the world, which in his mind he probably thinks he is. So he should be hyped. It's like 1 year. I'm going to L.A. next year, but for 1 year, I can dominate this weak Eastern Conference and take the league by storm. He should be hyped. So, yeah, that's why he's warming up. In fact, he shouldn't just be warming up. He should be heating up. Oh, he should be hyped. I'm serious. Well, I'm dead serious.
You can make the argument if he wants a shoe deal, Canada's not going to get it for you. But if he has a great year, capped by a riveting Eastern Conference Finals, that's where the Nikes and the Pumas and the Adidas go, all right, he's on television. It's June.
No question. And look, let's just be honest. With Kawhi's personality, and he may have a great personality for all I know, but as quiet as he is, he's not going to break the bank with a shoe deal.
No, he didn't have a beard.
And
he didn't
money,
have a...
he's passing up money left and right. Is money really the driving force for him? I mean, he's going from $219 million potentially, guaranteed money with San Antonio, to $141 if he leaves Toronto and goes to L.A., $141. So he's leaving $80 million on the table. So I can't believe shoe money is the driving force with him. He's got to show people he still loves the game. We know he's a star. But there are stars in the NBA and other sports that don't love the game.
There's a lot of them.
The ones that lead you to championships, though, they love the game. So he's got to show he loves the game. And like I said, he should have the mentality I just said, because this is a great year for him. Go out, you got one shot in Toronto. Do it. Lead them to the finals. Heck, I mean, he's probably feeling maybe we can win a championship. He should be feeling like they can win a championship.
You know, Spurs get DeMar DeRozan, who's worth $28 million, terrible defender and can't shoot threes. 9 years in, we know what he is. I mean, after all these years of Rush Limbaugh, he's a conservative. You're not talking him to the other side, right? You're not talking Ann Coulter to the other side or Rachel Maddow to the other side. You're a decade into your career. It's been established what you are. Okay, you're an A player, you're a B player. Everybody's like, San Antonio did fine. He's not great defensively. Pop likes D. He's not great analytically. You need analytics. I don't think he's an all-star out west. You know, it seems to me, honestly, San Antonio didn't get a ton. And they gave up Danny Green, who can thread threes.
Yeah, I like Danny Green. I think that was a great pickup in this trade for Toronto. However, I'm not going to kill the Spurs on this. They're still relevant. Are they going to win a championship with this team? No, but they won 47. Remember, Greg Popovich makes everyone better. I can't think of a player he hasn't made better. In watching him his entire career, he took guys that elsewhere didn't do a thing, and they play key roles in championship years for the Spurs. So I think he's going to make DeMar DeRozan better. Remember, the Spurs aren't a high-volume three-point shooting team.
Well,
they don't shoot a ton of threes.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. We think of them as so smart. You know, I go back to this. I think Popovich is a really good coach. I think he can be a little bit of a bully. It's in his personality.
Yep. They
haven't embraced analytics like Houston or Golden State. They have not, or Boston. No, they haven't.
Now, it's interesting. Remember the last year they won the championship when they beat Miami, a lot of it was the three ball.
Yeah.
But Popovich, and I like this about him, I think it's one of the things that makes him such a great coach, is he adapts to his talent. So when he had David Robinson and Tim Duncan, they were the Twin Towers. When Robinson was gone, it was about going through Duncan and playing defense. When Duncan got older, they switched more to an offensive team, and Tony Parker was the key cog offensively with the pick and roll. Then they moved to ball movement. That's how they beat Miami. Ball movement, three-point shooting. when Duncan retired, they went to Kawhi. And people were, Manu and a lot of the other players were surprised because they started playing a lot of isolation through Kawhi. And they did it with Aldridge at times this year and last year. So he's going to adjust. So he's going to say, look, I got my two best players are mid-range shooters. He'll still have some shooters around him, but they'll figure it out. And they could win 50 games. They're in that batch. They won 47 and just added DeMar DeRozan. I mean, that's what, because Kawhi was out last year. So this is how I see it. Golden State's number one by far. Houston's second, but has dipped a little bit. And then you got a bunch of teams: Lakers, Spurs, Jazz, Thunder, Blazers. I know I'm missing somebody else. Denver. Like all these teams, Minnesota, they're all bunched together, and the Spurs are in that bunch.
Kawhi coming to L.A. now, or do you buy he just – now let's say
he's going to L.A.
Whoa.
They could win – I would say this. Toronto could win the title, and he still would probably go to L.A. They won't win the title, but – because everybody acts like you can't win a championship and leave. I say it's easier to leave if you win it, unless you just want to stay and create a dynasty. But if you won a title, you leave as a champion. Like if LeBron had led Cleveland to the title this year, I think he still could have left.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because now I'm leaving as the conquering hero. So if Kawhi, they're not going to win it. But if they get to the finals, I still think he could leave. And if he wants to be in LA, he should leave.
How much of a chance do the Clippers have?
I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing he's definitely going to be a Laker. And from other people, I'm hearing he's definitely going to be a Clipper. And these are people in the know, supposedly in the know. The Clippers are convinced they're getting him.
Oh, no. They are convinced.
Right? They think he doesn't want to be in LeBron's shadow, so he's coming to us.
No.
Right?
The Clippers are convinced, but my takeaway on that is a lot of people are convinced, and then the big Yankee logo shows up, or the Laker brand. A lot of people think they have football players, and Nick Saban swoops in Alabama and they steal them. Like there is the power of the presentation from the Lakers. It is bigger.
Well, no question. It's just the brand, and just as convinced as the Clippers are, LeBron and the Lakers, not just the Lakers, LeBron and the Lakers are convinced Kawhi's coming.
Oh,
so now who's right? We'll find out. But it's going to be a heck of a war. It'll be Magic Johnson and LeBron James against Jerry West, the logo. And let's see who gets Kawhi Leonard.
So that's what it's coming down to.
That's what it's coming down to. And, the thing the Clippers can sell Kawhi on is it would be your team, and they could bring in a second guy. You wouldn't be in LeBron's shadow. Maybe he goes there with Jimmy Butler. So you got two stars. We're going to be really good. But you're right. The Lakers are the Lakers. It really will come down to, does Kawhi Leonard really want his own team and to be the man, or is he willing to be a co-star? Because by that, LeBron will be a year older, maybe 2 years older.
By the way,
a co-star with LeBron.
This whole I want to be the man thing, aren't players smarter than that? That never works anymore. Blake Griffin's the man in Detroit, he and Andre Drummond. It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, you can watch what Boston's doing, watch what Golden State's doing, watch what Houston's doing. By the way, we loved Houston last year. Trevor Ariza leaves. We don't like him as much. It's all about community now. You can't – when I was a kid growing up, you needed one star, then two. Now you need four, like Boston right now. Kyrie, Tatum, Hayward, and Al Horford. Those are four ballers. Those are A and B players.
Yes.
You got to have four guys.
You need four A and B players.
Okay, Houston's got –
I wouldn't call Tatum a star yet.
Because I think – okay, so I think you need four guys. I think Boston has it. Golden State has it.
You need two great players and some depth and really good players. A B-level player is your third guy.
That's why the Lakers can't win this next year. They got an A, and then they got a bunch of C's, and the question is, can Kuzma and Ingram become B's?
Well, then
they need one more guy, and you can win a title.
Here's another potential scenario for you. I do think Toronto plays this thing out. I think Masai Ujiri, I know he's smart enough to say, look, Kawhi might not stay, probably won't stay. But I'm willing to go for it and try to win a championship this 1 year, at least get to the finals, and then we rebuild. Because I didn't want DeRozan's contract.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Okay. However, let's say it's not going well up to the deadline. Like maybe you're 500, a little above 500, or you just get the sense from Kawhi, you know what, he's not staying.
And by the way, Philadelphia's playing well, so Boston's the 1 seed, Philly 2. You're right behind Milwaukee. You're a 4 seed, and it doesn't feel like Kawhi is all in. Don't you move him at the trading deadline?
Well,
because he can get a lot.
Here's the thing. The Lakers don't have to give up as much to Toronto as they would have had to give up to San Antonio. So if you're Toronto and the Lakers say Brandon Ingram and a pick, I think you do it if you're Toronto. Right? Because you're rebuilt. You're going to lose Kawhi for nothing. And if it's not going great and looking like you got a great chance to get to the finals.
What's the point?
Exactly. Ingram could be your next superstar.
Yeah, if at the trading deadline, if Toronto's in 4th place and you don't feel it, you want to get nothing or something. Because this guy's a good drafter. He was executive of the year in Denver. And Brandon Ingram, if you let Brandon Ingram have some space, he's going to give you 19 a game.
Yep. So that's something to watch. And I do think the Lakers would do that. I think they would have given up Ingram and a pick or whatever to get Kawhi. So I think at the trade deadline, that's something to watch for.
But I got to show you something amazing. So Forbes magazine came out with a list of the most valuable franchises in the world. It's a very interesting list. Now, it's a lot of familiar names. You got the Cowboys and Manchester United and Real Madrid and Barcelona and the Yankees and the Lakers. You notice 2 teams in here that probably shouldn't be in here and weren't in here 15 years ago? New England and Golden State. Golden State was a doormat for 30 years. They weren't one of the 50 most valuable. And New England in the Steve Grogan years, they couldn't sniff this list. You know what it tells me? Tom Brady and Steph Curry are worth their billion-dollar entities. Golden State was a doormat for 30 years. By the way, Klay Thompson, it's not him. He doesn't even have an American shoe deal. Draymond Green, by the way, is selling a retainer through email. And Kevin Durant, by the way.
Draymond's got commercials.
Yeah, for a mouth retainer. Okay, and Kevin Durant was with Westbrook in Oklahoma City. They didn't make that list. That is the value of Steph Curry.
Look, Steph is the face of the Warriors. There's no question.
And they're now the 10th most valuable franchise in the world?
I don't think he's as much the face now as he was 2 years ago. He was more, it was clearly beyond a shadow of a doubt the face then. He still is, because he's the engine that has made this thing click, but not quite like it used to be, because now he's not the best player anymore.
I want 3 words for Golden State, I'm going to disagree with you. Give me the 3 words that describe the Warriors.
Well, champions is one. Fun, great culture.
Okay, so let's go. Champions, fun. Okay, Durant's not that fun to watch. By the way, the other one I would say is 3.
3.
Champions, 3, fun. That ain't Durant. That ain't Klay.
No, Steph's the guy. But I think the more important, the reason they're 10th now and New England's, what were they, 7, is because of the market size and the winning. The combination of because look, New York isn't winning, and they're up there because of the market. So if you have a big market and you win, then you're going to be up there. If Chicago was great right now, they'd be in the top 10, the Chicago Bulls.
The Lakers are worth $3.3 billion. They have a zillion titles. The Warriors are worth $3.1 billion, and they've been good for an hour. That's amazing to me.
That is amazing that they're that close.
I'm like, what? Because that's not just market. That is the Warriors' culture is so, they are basically the Renaissance men in the league. They went 3 before everybody else. They symbolize smart, fun, creative. That's what gets companies' valuations higher. The culture. Like Google. It's not what they do. The culture of Google. You can't replicate it in the marketplace. I saw that list today. I was like, Warriors are in the Real Madrid class?
That's impressive. And I'll agree, Steph is the face. I just don't think it's as dominant as it was 2 years ago. But he's the face.